the school is about 13 miles from Hope House. And this is a very busy intersection. At the first week after the earthquake, this was lined up, and it would take you an hour to get through to be able to turn at this intersection. Vehicles were coming this way. Vehicles from the Central Plateau were coming this way, and all the aid vehicles from Santo Domingo were coming into this one intersection. This is the, on your right here, this is the secondary school for Quadabuque. And inside people are camping out now. Most of the churches are meeting outside because everybody's been told they shouldn't be in buildings for whatever determined period of time, and people are afraid. Most of the kids come from two sections of Gantier that are called Baleine and Galette Chambon, so they're closer to the school, but there are kids that come from this far away. These are typical houses for this area, and some of our staff live in that little community, and some of the kids will come from those type of houses as well. And coming up here is the site where we want to have the health center, and we had the groundbreaking for it in October. We had the service just in front of the greenhouse under a tree there, and children from the school attended, as well as members of the parents committee, and the board members were all here, and then we all came up to this area and all took turn turning a bit of earth for and blessing the ground for the health center. It's going to be kind of like U-shaped with an open courtyard in the middle. The consultation rooms will be down one side, and then a room for maintenance and care. We hope to have solar power. And then down the other side we'll have the pharmacy and the lab, and a shared dental and eye room, and then a treatment room with some beds in it, so if the kids come from the school and are too sick to go back to school, but they have to wait for the parents to come and get them, we'll have a couple of beds there where they can lay down. Well, it'll be staffed by Haitian medical personnel, and we'll see, we have medical mission teams that come now that have been helping out, but once we have the health center developed, their role won't be the same because we'll have constant medical care all the time. So I'm thinking that we'll try and develop some mobile teams then that will go out into the more rural areas sections, maybe have it at a church or another school, and then people that are sick, we can refer them into the health center here. At the clinic, we'll also continue on some of the practices that I've started at the school this past year, and that'll be giving out multivitamins every day to the kids. We give them regular, every 6 months treatment for prevention of intestinal worms and prevent that. To the children under 5, we give them vitamin A every 4 months as another preventative measure. And we started giving the girls in Haiti from 15 to 45, they give routine tetanus vaccinations to the girls as part of preventing tetanus of newborn babies. I feel really good about those kind of measures that we're taking because we're catching up on some of the health issues for other kids, and if they weren't at the school, they might not get those. They might not get those treatments. The multivitamins we give all day have been donated by a generous person, a supporter of Village of Hope. And some of the other medications I've used in the clinic have been donated by the medical mission teams that have come, or I've also purchased some at different pharmacies in Haiti. And we've been very, very fortunate to have one donor has kicked off for us, and very generously, and so we're hoping that others will join in and help what he started to grow, and so we can get this done. And then behind here up in this area is called Galette Chambon, and kids come from up back in the mountains up here, come to the school from back in this area as well. Most of the walk. Some of them walk for an hour or more to get here. I guess I always look at like we're like a pebble going into a pond, that a little pebble starts a ripple going, and we don't know where that ripples will start another ripple. We don't know where that will take us, but we know it has an impact further down the road. So we may not see it today, we may not see it in 5 years, but for sure that we're going to see that what we're doing has a big impact. So this is where the school health nurse office is. It's kind of a mess because I've given everything away that we had to help with the earthquake relief for other medical organizations. So here we are at Gantier again. Okay. Sort of like about halfway, I guess, the lake. So this part, yeah, so you see here quite a lot of it is actually in the Dominican Republic. Most of those mountains that we're looking at are probably in the DR. This room is where I have my pharmacy, and I usually keep all the drugs in here that we give to the school. You'll see that the shelves are kind of empty because I took most of what we had and I distributed it to various other health people I know in the area who were doing more care of earthquake victims and were in need of drugs. So I kind of cleared everything else we had. Petit petits oiseaux fait niche. So little by little the bird builds its nest. So, you know, we started with this building, and then they started the next buildings with the dining room and the chapel. It's grown and the classes were added onto, then we've added other classrooms and buildings to what we see today. They have very good results here at Village of Hope for the pass rate is much greater than the national average. So I think the pass rate last year was like, I don't know, 28% or something. It was very, very low in the high school grades, and we had like 70–80%. Most of the kids at the school, their parents never went to school. So for the fact that they've even finished high school it's a big deal. And then to be able to go to university, I mean, that's even